Hi, before this video actually does start, I just want you all to know that the video of the title, well, the title of the video actually got changed and is the strange saga of the words. Apparently, the title of the video has changed to the strange saga of an early 2000s craze, and I was a little too late, and now yeah, words. I'm gonna be honest, I had just saw this video just a little bit. I have not watched it. This video is like 25 freaking minutes long. This video is called The Rise and Fall of Speed Stacks, so I am very curious to know what this whole spiel is with the rise and fall. I kind of see it as like it's starting to fall a little bit, but that's just my take. If you guys see it as like it's rising up, then kudos to you guys. So let's waste no time, and I'm just gonna react to this.
If you were a child in the early 2000s, you've probably heard of speed stacking.
And this is quite amazing.
Yes! Oh my God! How did stacking plastic cups get so popular?
Yeah, that is a good question. How does stacking get this popular? Let's figure out from this really badly paused screenshot, unfortunately, which sucks.
Like, did big cups have lobbyists in the Capitol?
No. One says, I'm like 80% convinced that there's a scam involved in the cup stacking business somewhere along the way, but I don't know enough public school budgets and spending to know where. Here's the thing from what I know. They're mostly targeted for public schools for extracurricular activities and after-school programs.
Was it a scam? For some, the image of speed stacks is buried deep in the mind with things like Smentzels and the Scholastic Book Fair.
Okay, you know, those two, that's very true. But here's the thing with me. I didn't know about stacking through school. I saw it online, and I saw it, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I was the only one who did it in school, and yeah.
But for others, it's much more prominent. We do need to find out how speed stacking became what it was. But I also do have an ulterior motive.
Ulterior motive? I wonder what it is.
Here. This is a video from my
No.
YouTube channel. I made my best friend Shannon film me after school with my flip video camera. As I tried to be
Flip video camera, that is so classic. I used to have one as well, and I have so many files of that, and it's a little scary actually.
a personal record. So we're gonna watch it together. Immediately, the outfit is something I'm going to have to comment on.
This is a very early 2000s outfit, so it's kind of obvious, so she kind of gets a pass. Ooh, the no double down stacking, that's major.
So in this, I have the stack mat, I have the time.
So what she has is that she has a Generation 2 raindrop mat, which I actually own. Is like, I have a few of them, ironically. And the timer that she's using is a Gen 2 non-save timer.
And I have the cups.
And the greens that she has, I'm only assuming that it is either HM or HY, something like that.
I since lost the mat and the timer, but I do still have the cups. Why are my glasses kind of Bella Hadid core?
Oh, tell me she taps. She does not tap. I am curious on what year this was from. That reaction is every reaction ever that I've seen. Given I've done the best reactions of all time too. No one can watch it. It is very copyrighted, and it sucks that I can't do anything about it. So I'm very sad. This reaction is just a little too much, honestly. I think there are a few stackers that I know who's done, like, they've gotten out of their own room and reacting. I don't think I've done that yet. I've just had emotional records all the time. I'm literally going to look up this channel just for no reason to see if it's actually a thing.
What'd you get?
Oh, yeah. Cringing at your old reactions. Wait, God, I stopped at the worst timing ever. Hold on.
Okay, I'm done.
I just realized the audio is like really down, so my apologies on that.
So I love the fact that Shannon was so excited for me. Like, what a supportive bestie. She was like, okay, I'm done filming you. Can we do something else? I show you this because, one, clearly speed stacking was very important to me at a certain point in my life.
I'm aware I was not good at it, which honestly makes all of this more ridiculous. It doesn't matter if you're not good or not. That doesn't actually matter. What matters more is that it was something important in your life, and it's impacted more on my life on a very half of my life.
Second, this feeling of elation is a high I've been chasing ever since this moment. And I need to experience that feeling at least once more in my life. 1121 is a number I will never forget because of
Okay, so the record is 1121. I don't know if she's going to beat it, but if she does, I'd be impressed.
this moment. I have a strong need to beat this record.
I'm very sure she's going to beat it. I'm just foreshadowing. I'm just predicting that she's going to beat it.
So we're gonna do it.
Oh, she's doing it!
Welcome to my childhood bedroom. So I don't have the timer and I don't have the map.
Okay, what she's using is so cringe because she's using a phone timer, so it's kind of obvious that like she can't even find her own timer. So I understand that. I have a One Direction infection. Okay. And she, oh god, look at the logos on those blue glows, I should say, my bad, and greens. The only thing that's only intact is just the logo on the top.
I looked up the price and I was like,
Here's the thing. Speed Stacks have been raising their prices on their merchandise for as long as I can remember. That's just the Madden timer. The only reason why it's that expensive is because you're buying it off of Amazon. You should be buying it off of like speedstacks.com. If I've known about this or anything in particular, I would have like sent her like a Madden timer for free, you know?
I am not buying that. To improvise, I just have like a keyboard mouse pad type of situation, which
I actually have one right now, and it's like, I'm so happy. I got it from Cool Shirts with a Z. Shout out to you guys. I love you guys.
feels similar based on what I remember. And instead of a physical timer, I'm just going to use an application. If anyone's wondering, it's called Finger Timer.
I remember using the finger timer back then. I remember using it. There's an alternative finger timer that I used back then as well. Oh god, that is some memories right there. God dang. I know there's a few stackers in this community that actually ironically use. I'm actually not even seeing the finger timer app thing. There it is.
I managed to locate 2 of my speed stacks.
Oh, okay. So the logos are like barely surviving at this point because you can really tell like the dirt on like the below the logo. It looks like it's been used up quite a lot. I wish SpeedStacks did not get rid of that, like the whole logoless thing. I wish they got rid of that because that would be very nice. And because of that, they worry about advertisements and all that stuff. And it's a bummer, but we gotta pull through.
In piece to the several other colors I had. We have green. These
Hold on. What other cups does she had?
in piece to the several.
Okay, so she had a shockwave mat. She had minis. There's also, I think those are pinks and yellows.
Other colors.
I convinced my little sister to get them for her birthday. I'm so sorry, Christy. You convinced your own sister to buy them. How could have you? You are ridiculous.
We have green. These were my first ones. They really did experience some wear.
Speed stacking in 3 below 0 and 2 feet of snow. Oh my god.
What if I just slay? Like, what if I absolutely demolish? This is my first time doing this in probably a decade.
A decade? That is not surprising.
Here we go.
Oh.
2084.
She has a lot to work on. Sister, you got a 20.84. That is really obvious that you gotta up your game.
I have to shave 9 seconds off that.
Yes, you have to shave off 9 seconds off of that.
Maybe crazy to say, but it's fun. I'm still having a good time, okay? I'm still having a good time. Like,
As long as she's having a fun time, that's what matters the most.
I'm kind of having fun. Woo! Check this out.
13 seconds, that's amazing. What do you do?
There are several divisions in sports stacking competitions. There's male and female divisions,
Mm-hmm.
but there's also team events and individual events.
Mm-hmm.
So team events are cool. You know, people are doing one-handed or they're doing relays, all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. And there's 3 different events that happen. There's the 3-3-3, which
Mm-hmm.
is stacking 3 sets of 3 cups and timing that. And there's also the 3-6-3, which is
Yes.
similar. And then there's my fave, the cycle. So the cycle, you stack 3-6-3, and then you down stack and you bring 3 cups over. You stack it up, and then you have 6. Stack up the other one. You
Yep.
take those all down. You got 12 cups. You take 2 off the top, flip one on its head. You stack 10 up. A little action there, and then you're back to your 3-6-3. So that's what goes on in competitions, and it's actually pretty riveting.
Oh, yes. I remember this. Luke, you crazy man. Oh. Stackers on the internet. This will be interesting.
Remember Matthew Adami, the kid I keep making you
Yes.
remember? Well, I want you to imagine hundreds of Matthews.
Huh?
And they all have internet access.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, access to a website called youtube.com. The sports stacking community on YouTube is
Well,
for kids.
hold on. I gotta mention this to my mans.
And of course, once I got hyper fixated on a YouTube community, I had to be a part of it. The fact that I'm still standing in front of a green screen talking into a camera. There were so many speed stacking YouTube channels at this time, and I would say this era was like peak
It's Luke. I miss him. I met him in person. Great guy.
popularity of speed stacks on YouTube. But there are a few who are like the cool kids. Stephen Peruganon, who was a national champion for a really long time. William Polly and William Ornell, also
Ornell is Orel. Oh God, it's not Ornell. It's Orel. I'm sorry, but I know you made it as an accident. Oh God.
were national champions. Luke M. Come on, Luke M.
It's technically Myers.
You guys remember Luke M. But there was one who sort of became a cultural icon, and that's Speed Stacking Girl. She had the talent and charisma of a YouTuber. Yeah, the talent and charisma. And she was just an iconic girly in the community. Ooh, and I
You know, it's very true. Rachel Nedro is she had that niche. She had that within stacking, and she's retired. Training session number 3. I regret trying to do this. We get those moments. It's okay.
Okay. I'm freaking trained right now. I'm wearing my Lucky Mars Cheese Castle t-shirt. So it's day 7 of me trying to beat my record, and things aren't looking too good.
Oh, no.
Weirdly, I think I'm getting worse. So I thought watching some of the professionals do it would help. It didn't help at all. And then I realized
I think she watched Shankinian's world record video.
that speed stacking is all about the mind. It's a mind game with oneself. So I thought, how do I enter the brain of a 12-year-old me? It sounds like we have some training to do.
The fall of sports stacking? I'm very curious to know.
The WSSA and SpeedStack CEO being the same person has been the root to many problems with the sport in recent years. Bob Fox and his wife Jill, who started the WSSA and SpeedStacks, have since retired, and now Larry Goers is the main dude. And it's quite funny
I think Larry just retired.
because every time the WSSA releases a statement having to defend why SpeedStacks is
Oh God, I remember the logo issue. God, that was around Worlds 2017 in Taiwan. They tried doing it on the spot, and everyone was like so pissed at them. Actually,
the only equipment allowed at WSSA events, it's always like, the WSSA is very thankful for the sponsorships provided by SpeedStacks, and most stacking families are probably not
Most. Oh, okay.
Aware that the hundreds of WSSA tournaments offered every year would not happen without it. Signed, Larry Goers, CEO of the World Sports Stacking Association and SpeedStacks. So it is an awkward position where the WSSA is like, you should be grateful for SpeedStacks because you would be nothing without it. And people being like, we are so sick of y'all. This all came to a head at the 2017 World Championships when a few stackers were about to use their logoless cups and were told they could not use them.
Oh, we get Kian.
Kian Lynch, a former Team USA stacker, made a video on the Monopoly and the logoless cup debacle. And I think this is a great video to watch if you want to get an insider's point of view. But basically what happened is SpeedStacks kind of said, hey, no logoless cups. Like, what are we doing? We got to use SpeedStacks or we can't tell if that's a SpeedStack cup. And people were just like, can you shut up? We're sick of hearing about it. And then SpeedStacks released this statement that basically says, hey, you guys hurt our feelings. We are not a big bad business. We are a family owned and operated. Anyway, this is to emphasize there is a divide between the WSSA and SpeedStacks and the people who are like, we're sick of this. And there's so many more intricacies and
I'm the one who's sick of it.
that has occurred because of this, and I'm not going to talk about it right now because it's sports, and sports has a lot of drama. So it just feels like the sport is in a very awkward phase. It's not this new sensational thing anymore. I think, of course, someone always has to be a bad guy in stories like these, and it seems like
I love how she's using a stock video of a guy just laughing with a laptop. But yes, I do agree that we, as stackers in the community, we are currently in a very awkward phase in our entire community life, basically. A lot has changed and everything has gone very down south, I should say.
that is the WSSA and SpeedStacks. Honestly, I don't think that the WSSA and SpeedStacks are evil corporations. I think that they're businesses and you got to sell things to maintain a business, and people also absolutely hate businesses. I think that without the WSSA and SpeedStacks, the sport would not have grown into what it is today. However, now because they are in cahoots, it is kind of difficult to make major changes that athletes and the community wants to see. It's grown especially in places like Europe and Asia, dude. They are killing it.
That's very true. Asia's really killing it. We got Malaysia, South Korea. Those who are really the only ones that are the real powerhouses. I mean, Malaysia just won Asians International Challenge. Congrats to you guys.
With sports stacking.
We can cut this out. I already know this video.
Rather than being a mainstream fad that a lot of people may have thought it was, it's more of a niche sport.
Training session number 4, reconnecting with 12-year-old Jordy. Wait, oh, a montage. This is great. Nice, nice. Okay, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much. She did it. She did it.
Guys?
1099. Oh, she almost did it. Okay.
I got 10. I'm in 10. I'm barely in 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.
Wait, that's it?
I hope that you enjoyed it. I am very
Wait, there's a little bit more. Okay.
completed my goal. If you're wondering what Wayne is up to, the king who started all of this, he's still holding competitions in Oceanside. If you guys are interested in more content from me, where I upload a little bit more videos, or if you want to have a cute little sticker next to your name when I stream, things like that, I have YouTube memberships, which is kind of like Patreon for YouTube. And I have a good time there. I make extra posts and stuff if you want to support me. No pressure, of course, from you. Subscribe, Queen. And I will see you next time. Bye.
So, that's the end of that video. My full thoughts? She's pretty spot on, actually. It's impressive. And the little montage that she had and then she beat her record 10 years later is actually impressive. So kudos to you. I actually did reach out to her, and we're probably going to do like an interview eventually, and she'll probably post on her channel because reasons.